Act 3. There is a bitter meeting between Eric and his parents, which the inspector interrupts so that he can question Eric. Eric tells the story of his own involvement with the girl. He had met her in the same theatre bar as Gerald, had got drunk, and had accompanied her back to her lodgings. He almost turned violent when she didn't let him in, so she relented and they made love. When he met her 2 weeks later, they slept together again, and soon afterwards she discovered that she was pregnant. She did not want to marry Eric because she knew he didn't love her, but she did accept gifts of money from him until she realised it was stolen. Eric admits that he has taken about £50 from Mr. Burling's office, at which Mr. and Mrs. Burling are outraged. All the Burlings now know they played a part in the girl's death. Mr. and Mrs. Burling are concerned about scandal arising from their involvement, whereas Sheila and Eric are more aware of the personal tragedy and feel guilty. The inspector leaves after delivering a strong message about how we should all be responsible for each other. After he has left, and the family has begun to consider the consequences of what has been revealed, they gradually begin to wonder about the inspector. Was he real? When Gerald returns from his walk, he explains that he had also suspicions about the inspector, and had found out that there is no Inspector Gould on the force, which Mr. Burling confirms with a phone call. They gradually realise that perhaps the inspector conned them. He could have shown each person a different photograph, and when they telephone the morgue, they realise that there hasn't been a suicide case for months. Burling is delighted, assuming they are now all off the hook, while Sheila and Eric maintain that nothing has changed. Each of them still committed the acts that the inspector had accused them of, even if they did turn out to be against 5 different girls. Then the telephone rings. Mr. Burling answers it, and then tells the family that it was the police on the line. An inspector is on his way to ask questions about the suicide of a young